All right, lineup for the away team with a record of 18-5. Number 11, Janaya Myers. Number 21, Mackenzie Neal. Number 23, Giselle Davis. Number 0, Charlie Somo. And number 4, Tati Watson. And now the lineup for your Hudson Catholic Hawks. Number 24, Ariel Edwards. Number 3, Tatiana Collins. Number 14, Perry Schmidt. Number 0, Susan Gentile. And number 10, Lauren Gentile.
Good afternoon and welcome to Jersey City. We have made the trip once again to Hudson Catholic for our HCST Athletics Game of the Week, where the Hudson Catholic Lady Hawks play host to the Lady Bees. And Manny, this is a matchup a long time in the making. They've seen each other once so far. What can we expect to see again?
Well, this is going to be the biggest regular season game in Hudson County girls basketball, without a doubt. Maybe in Hudson County basketball, period. Obviously, we know Prep Hudson, that's a huge game. But this game in particular is going to pretty much decide who gets the 1 seed in the county tournament. Both teams have stellar records, 18-5 with Bayonne, and Hudson Catholic is 13-6. And the only loss that Hudson Catholic has in HCIAL play was to the Bayonne Bees. They lost by 14 earlier in the year, but now if they bounce back and beat this Bayonne squad, it's going to be hard for the HCIAL committee to choose who the 1 seed is.
Yep, lot to be decided here today, and it's Ariel Edwards who wins the tip. Right back, the Gentile sisters get it started in the corner, not quite from Susan.
Saw a quick possession there. A little bit of a rush shot maybe, but we know she's capable of making those type of shots. Leading scorer for Hudson Catholic.
Yep, in goes Janaya Myers right off to Mackenzie Neal. Takes a dribble. Myers again from 3. Bullseye. And the Bayonne Bees strike first.
And Bayonne, last time they played Hudson, they had 5 girls score at least 7 points or more. And the only one out of those 5 that was held to 7 points was Janaya Myers, who also had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. She does everything on the court, and if she has to score, she knows how to turn on the Jets.
For sure. Again, Susan with it. She'll give it up to Schwint. Ariel Edwards with it. Lauren, right back to Edwards. Great defense from the Bees. Swint, 3 goes up. Tatiana Collins, not quite.
Good ball movement there. Got a solid look. That's a shot that Collins has to make. And something very important when it comes to previewing this matchup compared to the last one was that Tatiana Collins did not play last time these teams were on the court together. And she's definitely a factor and a very important player for the Hawks.
Yep, so the Hawks with home court this time, like you said. Collins back as well. Schwint guarding Myers. And the whistle blows, jump ball, and it'll head the other way.
Tremendous defense by Carrie Schwint there, forcing the jump ball, which ends up becoming a turnover. Great job smothering Myers there.
Yep, Hudson Catholic, a great defensive team. Overall, it's not been too uncommon this season that they've held opponents to under 35 points. Myers thought about it again. Won't do it. Instead, she'll give it off. Giselle Davis passes it out. Neal has it. Trying to work her way in and can't. And if they can have that answer, that is going to be a big talking point of this game.
no doubt. Mackenzie Neal, probably the top player in the county. She was a problem last game. She had 17 and 8. And Hudson has the size to somewhat match up against this Bayonne team. And a great job there, sending 3 defenders to crash as soon as Neal had the ball. Didn't even have time to pick up her dribble and look for somebody else to give it to. Great job by the Hawks.
Yep, she can be so dangerous. Another 3 goes up, that time from Charlize Olmo, who also had double-digit points in this last matchup. Collins trying to go the length of the court, and that she will, and that is how the Hawks open up scoring on their offensive side. And your score now 3-2. The Bees in the lead. Another 3 goes up. Not quite off both sides of the rim from Myers. Mackenzie Neal is there for the offensive rebound. And another jump ball that Hudson Catholic is able to force. A little bit weak on the rebounding there, but
Hudson Catholic only down 1 right now. And although they're down, I am so impressed with the way they are playing defense in this ball game. Got out rebounded a little bit there, but does a great job of not giving up on the play, forcing another jump ball. And Mackenzie Neal missed the shot there. So many defenders just crashing down. You see Schwint, obviously Collins and Edwards down low. This is a great team at rim protection, and they're showing it right now.
Yep, Olmo with another 3, and that time it's good. Hudson Catholic 6-2. It looks like they'll slow things down a bit here. Schwint with it off to Collins. Lauren with it, trying to get it in. That one is intercepted. And trying to go all the way, not quite. A whistle blows. Tatiana Watson on that one.
Seeing Susie Gentile right now by the athletic trainer, not sure what may be going on there. Seems like some cream to nurse some pain. Shouldn't be anything serious.
Nope, and they are going to need her. It was the sisters that had a great performance, both of them, the last time these two teams played. It was Susie with 14, Lauren with 12, and they were the 2 highest scorers on the Hudson Catholic side for that game. Second one falls. And the Bees now up by 5. And another one intercepted. Janiyah Myers that time. She'll get to the rim. A chance for a 3-point play.
What a play and tremendous execution on the full court press. When Bayonne gets in that rhythm and you're not able to figure out their press early, that's going to be a huge problem. It's been like that for years. It's the way they've been able to dominate teams in Hudson County for like 4 years now, or even more. It's just crazy the amount of championships they have.
Yep. To finish it off, not quite. Doesn't go out. Miss Lauren is able to recover that one again. It's poked away, and this is almost some defense that you're like used to seeing from Hudson Catholic with all this full court presses, just poking the ball out. 3 goes up. That time it's Schwint. That time it's short. And another rebound, and again turned right back over into the hands of Giselle Davis. Into the corner, Olmo again. Trying to get it to Neal, and it's ripped out. Collins with it. Schwint, Lauren, wide open. She'll take it. Rims out.
These are looks that have to turn into makes if you're the Hudson Catholic squad and you want any chance of beating this Bayonne team that's, for the most part, going to be more physically dominant than you.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say without the shooting part, these teams are playing a rather even game. Both of them are forcing turnovers, but Hudson Catholic just can't make the shots.
Yeah, that's been the difference. And with the way that Bayonne has been shooting the ball, which is definitely above average, you can't be the Hawks and expect, with missing so many threes, that you're going to be able to have a chance at pulling off what will be, I mean, to be fair, an upset. Obviously, this is a more anticipated game as previous matchups when it comes to the amount of, like, they're even. Both of these teams are even. And it's been a while since Hudson has been able to pull off a win against Bayonne. We have to go all the way back to the COVID-shortened season. It was February of 2021. That's 4 years now. We know Coach Hernandez and his squad is desperate for a win.
Yep, possibly a little impatient as both of these teams break out from the huddle. Their first break of the day with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bayonne leads it by a score of 9-2. And now finally, Hudson getting a little more aggressive in the backcourt, trying to force those turnovers. He's almost wide open, decides not to take the three. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the black jerseys.
Good read there by the Hudson defense, and kind of lack of awareness there by Olmo, who had the open look on the three and driving in. Hudson was almost daring her to take the shot. She elected to pass and almost turned it over.
Again, that one tipped a little bit. It's into Neal now. She passes it out. Shot right from the free throw line, just a bit heavy. And Hudson Catholic again a chance to slow things down. That one right in, not quite. And the shooting struggles continue for Hudson Catholic. That time it was Ariel Edwards. Another three goes up, just off. And the rebound is anybody's. It's Schwinn who picks it up. Trying for the home run pass, and not quite. That one targeting Skylar Clark, and off the tips of her hand, and possession right back to Bayonne.
These plays have to be made if you're the Hawks. Not going to have a chance, to be honest, to win this game if they keep turning the ball over like that and missing open shots.
Yep, only 2 points so far through about the first 6 minutes of this game. Almost exactly 2 minutes left at this point. Bayonne still with their 7-point lead. That one can't fall. Edwards boards it in. And a travel called, this time on Amani Resto, the senior.
Another poor offensive possession there. Not sure what Collins was thinking, giving it to Resto, who was right next to her. And then you had Ariel Edwards on the cut, who would have been wide open, would have been the easiest bucket they would have gotten all game so far.
Yep, and still only one field goal at all this game, and that's all the points they've scored in total. Force a turnover here. That one from Collins can't quite get it. She gets her own rebound. Ariel Edwards gets it, and still nobody can finish it out. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by somebody on Hudson Catholic's foot, it looked like.
If you're Coach Hernandez, you got to be frustrated with the way this game has played out, because defensively, they've been great. Mackenzie Neal out of the game right now, and for the most part, she's been a non-factor. She hasn't really scored. And to be down 7, only have 2 points all game, that must really sting a little bit if you're Coach Hernandez and the Hawks.
Yep, and Tatiana Watson earns another trip to the line right there. Couldn't quite finish off the basket, but she will have 2 shots. Again, 9-2 is your score. The away squad, the Bayonne Bees, are in the lead. 1:18 left to play here in this first quarter.
The last 2 people you want to see on a fast break, if you're facing the Bayonne Bees, is Janaea Myers and Tatiana Watson, especially in a 2-on-1, because they're just going to run right past you. 2 fastest players maybe in all of Hudson County. They're so quick with the basketball in their hands.
Absolutely, and she makes both. 9-point lead now for the Bees, obviously their largest all day long. And it's Resto with it as we approach a minute left in the first quarter. She'll give it to Collins. Edwards now basically a free throw shot, and she drains it.
Good possession there for the Hawks. All you got to do, find the open man, and Edwards was right there wide open by the elbow. That's a shot she missed earlier, but she's very prone to making. You don't want to give her that look if you're the Bees.
Yep, and finally maybe a little bit of offensive momentum for the Hawks. Bayonne responds right away. It's Giselle Davis on that one. And no problem getting it up the court. Edwards fumbles it a little bit. And again, this pass back. And guess who takes it away? It's nobody. And the rebound doesn't go for Tatiana Watson, but no problem there to finish it off is Giselle Davis.
But you see the speed right there. Loose ball. Almost thought Hudson was going to keep it, and then Tatiana Watson just comes out of nowhere.
And there they go again. It's Porch that time. She can't find it. Point blank shot. And again, it wasn't good. Watson is the one to haul that one in, puts it up underhand, and earns herself another trip to the line. 1.6 left in the quarter.
You just can't help but be impressed with the way that Tatiana Watson is playing. Never lacks hustle. One of the highest effort players that we're seeing right now on the court, and both teams obviously play with tremendous effort, so that's saying a lot for Watson. She gets to the line again. Great job getting an offensive rebound as well.
Super productive for this offense so far, and she's been great once she's gotten to the line as well.
No doubt. She's averaging 7 and 3. Not the most eye-popping stats, but when you watch the games, you see she impacts far past the box score.
And she goes 2 for 2 once again. And to finish off this first quarter, Bayonne leads it by a score of 17-4. The Hawks only able to put up 2 field goals and nothing else. No trips to the line, nothing.
Just a disaster of a first quarter, and it started off pretty promising, at least on the defensive end. They were playing great defense to start, and we said it, and it continued to happen that way during the first quarter. Mackenzie Neal, not really a factor at all, which is just shocking, the fact that the Bayonne Bees are up 13 points right now against one of the better, if not most likely the second best team in the county, and Mackenzie Neal hasn't even played much of a factor in this game. That's just crazy, and it shows you the depth that they have.
I mean, with just over, I want to say 2 minutes left, Hudson Catholic was still in the single digits. We're going into the second quarter. They have 17 now. And the Hawks just doing nothing on offense to help their case. It's really something that I'm not quite used to seeing.
No doubt. And it's not that they haven't gotten any open looks, because they have. They just haven't fallen. And also, as the first quarter progressed, you saw some very unforced errors and some careless turnovers. And through all of that, you're just not going to be able to keep up with this Bayonne team.
Yep. And as we head into the second quarter, we'll see what Hudson Catholic can produce, trying to respond and just build some momentum, because as of right now, it doesn't look like they have much.
Susie Gentile still hasn't checked back into this game, and you can't help but think that that's one of the bigger reasons that this Hudson team has been so abysmal offensively.
Yep, it's Schwint with it now in the corner. She thought about a 3, pushes in, gives it out. Collins, Gentile. Finally getting into the paint, and again, can't finish off that shot. Collins gets the rebound, can't do it either. Edwards gives it a try, and she can't. Edwards gets her own rebound, puts up another one. It's not close. And a battle for it on the floor. That'll be a jump ball. But wow, I mean, that's what the first quarter was.
No doubt.
Just a solid effort everywhere. You're getting the rebounds and then you can't make a shot.
No doubt about it. I mean, it's been a little bit hard to watch for the most part. And you saw Schwint wide open for 3 there. Edwards had a solid look. Maybe that take had to do with the fact that she missed a shot earlier. She was trying to make up for it. But when you see 4 white jerseys in the paint, that means somebody's wide open on the perimeter. Had to make that pass there.
Yep, Tatiana Watson trying to pass it out. And Hudson Catholic fighting for it. And they're going to call a jump ball that Hudson Catholic is not too happy about. And they're going to talk this one over. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, probably going to see a tech there. There was a little bit of a scuffle there. And we saw some shoving going on. That's why the refs are discussing. Okay, kickball, no tech. So that's good. Never really want to see those being dished out.
Yeah, I mean, I was just surprised on why that was called a jump ball. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Charlize Olmo, but she just had it like in between her shins, and Schwint was right there to rip it out, and they called a jump ball. And Schwint with it now, gives it off to Collins, right back to her. Gentile breaks in. Nothing's there. Nunez Here's Schwinn. Gentile, a lot of passing, but still not too much shot creation. And they're going to say Gentile stepped out of bounds right before her pass. Quick check at the scorers table. No score so far yet in the second quarter. 6:45 left before halftime. 17-4 is your score. Bayonne Bees in the lead. And that one again, that good defense from Hudson Catholic, keeping up, trying to force those turnovers, and they wanted that call. They won't get it. Quick chat between the two refs.
One thing that we never fail to see when it comes to these Hudson Catholic guards is their effort defensively. You've talked about it all game, but I kind of want to highlight Gentile there against the bigger Giselle Davis. She gets in and wreaks havoc there on that pass, almost forces a turnover.
Yep, and that's something that Susan, who again isn't in the game right now, is so good at as well. And just to note, she's not even on the bench anymore. She's back at the trainer's table. Another turnover there, travel called. Neal. That went all the way over. Olmo lets it fly again. Got it. Her second three-pointer of the day, and the Bayonne Bees are at 20.
Complete nightmare here for the Hawks in this first half.
Schwinn with it over to Gentile. Gentile again breaks in, but doesn't seem to have much. Schwinn takes her crack at it. And an offensive foul right there, ball. Or at least Bayonne thought it was an offensive foul. But it will stay with Hudson Catholic.
Need a bucket here if you're Hudson. I mean, Captain Obvious over here, but it's still, I mean, honestly, the momentum's going to have to shift very soon. It didn't tear, not at all. Another unforced error, got to catch the ball. But, yeah, I mean, this is just devastating right now for everybody in black and gold.
And, I mean, we were just talking about how they're doing everything but the shots, but now they're turning it over before the shots are even going up. And another three right there. Hudson Catholic is going to whistle for a timeout. They almost have to, and yet to score at all through the first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter. The Bayonne Bees up 19, 23-4.
We've been calling games for maybe, 4 years?
Quite a while.
And this is probably the most shocked I've ever been calling a game. And the most shocked I've been since Sea Caucus blowing out Union City. What was that, like 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
And that wasn't even that shocking compared to this. This is just wild. 23-4?
I mean, we're looking at a very realistic scenario where the Hawks go into the locker room with single-digit points.
And that's crazy. Definitely not on my bingo card. I don't think it was even anticipated. Not even Coach Turner would have drew this up. I mean, I know he's super confident, and he's always going to tell you that his team is going to dominate and that he expects that from his squad. But if he's being completely honest, I don't think even he would have expected a 23-4 score with 5 minutes left in the half.
Nope. And I mean, well, I'm interested to see what he has to say after this one. Obviously, we'll try to get him on for an interview. And Schwinn can't find it from three. One of the better looks Hudson Catholic has had. And again, just the look in general as of late has been a privilege. That one poked out by Schwinn. The inbound to Neal, right on Olmo, guarded by Schwinn. They'll give it off to Watson. Myers with it. Olmo, she'll let it fly. And it's sandwiched in between the rim and the backboard. Trying to move quick. Schwinn pushes in, and that is swatted by Mackenzie Neal, but the foul will get called, and finally a chance for some easy points. Schwinn at the line.
I think they caught a little bit of a break there. That looked from here that Mackenzie Neal got all ball before making contact with Schwinn. Either way, if you're Hudson Catholic, you got to capitalize here and make both free throws.
First one is right there. Mackenzie Neal comes out as well as Omo, and finally Susan Gentile checks into the game. And don't be surprised at all if this is somewhat of a big turning point.
And Coach Hernandez going with a small lineup. Both Edwards and Collins are out of this game right now.
Well, you can do that a little bit more now that Mackenzie Neal has been subbed out. Well, I wonder if Coach Hernandez was waiting for that to happen before making his changes. But again, something going their way. The ball goes out on that second free throw, but Hudson Catholic is going to keep possession. There's Susie. The pass is right in, trying to get those points in the paint. And again, they just turn it right over before the shot even goes up. A foul there on Lauren that time, getting a little too pesky on defense.
Coach Hernandez not wasting any time. Edwards comes right back in, and I don't mind the decision. I mean, a careless turnover earlier by the other big, Cyrus.
Here we go, about halfway through the second quarter. The Bees still lead at 23-5. That three can't go. It's going to be Susie who picks it up. Gives it right to her sister. The pass to Edwards, and there's three white jerseys all on it. Lauren Schwitt in the corner, just short. They're going to call a foul on the floor. That one under the rim. Ariel Edwards drew it.
And it goes against Myers. Again, great look. Good ball movement there by Hudson Catholic. Schwinn has to make that shot at this point in this game. Nothing's gone well for them so far offensively.
Yep, Susie trying to add to the scoring total. She can't quite get it either. A lot of bodies around the perimeter for Bayonne. Davis, Porch, Watson. Watson passes it off. And it's Susie again. We talked earlier about how they were missing her and how many turnovers she can force. But the three can't fall from Lauren. And just something to note, Hudson Catholic has held Bayonne to 6 points so far in the second quarter. So it's not like they're doing a horrible job on defense at all. Edwards trying to make a move in the paint. She gets it right over the head of Giselle Davis for their third point of the quarter. 23-7.
That's
is
it.
your score.
That's good momentum right there. Saw the Gentile sisters forcing a turnover. They do that a lot. They average about 7 steals a game between the two of them. And then you get an easy bucket, get the ball to Edwards down low. Those are shots that she has made all season long. She didn't in the first quarter, but if she starts getting in a little bit of a rhythm, that'll be huge. We saw some good ball movement earlier. Schwinn had an open look. It didn't fall, but you just have to think that eventually those shots are going to fall. So if I'm Hudson, I don't waver in my confidence. Keep letting the ball fly. Just stop turning the ball over because that's what's hurt them mostly in this quarter.
Yep, and I mean, both of these teams have not too much to be happy about. They've combined for 9 offensive points. James Turner over there is absolutely livid. We can hear him from here with our headsets on.
I just know his pregame speech was spectacular. Something along the lines of, oh, everyone thinks we're going to lose this year. Everyone's talking about Hudson. They're like, I guess, quote unquote, the cute team. They're the new contender. They're the most dangerous team, quote unquote, in the county. And Turner's like, screw all of that. We're the top dogs. We're going to show them that we're the top dogs. And what a first half for this Bayonne squad.
Yep, an absolute statement for them so far. And just 2 minutes and 40 seconds before we head to the break. Mackenzie Neal back in this game. Tatiana Collins as well back in this one. And Susie is out again over by the trainer's table. And getting in there, Tatiana Watson. Another bucket from her right in the paint.
Great floater there, Watson. So good at that shot.
Lauren with it off to Collins in the corner. Thought about it. Right back to Gentile. Edwards inside. It's Schwint. She rips the three. Just a bit heavy. It was on line. Edwards is there for the rebound. Point blank shot, but iron is not kind.
Straight frustration.
Lauren takes that one away, and the offensive struggles for both of these teams continue. Schwint works her way into the paint, can't get it. Gets the rebound, and it's too heavy. Another rebound, and it's too heavy. And finally, they will get to the line. It's Ariel Edwards who hit the deck, and she will be shooting two.
Keep working! Keep working, Hudson!
I've been trying to pay a little bit of attention there towards the athletic trainers table at Hudson Catholic, see what's going on with Gentile, and she keeps grabbing her lower back, trying to stretch it out as well. So it seems to be a back injury for Susie Gentile.
First foul shot. Can't find it for Ariel Edwards. Second on its way. And can't get it either. Mackenzie Neal is right there to secure the rebound. That pass almost gets into the backcourt. It falls, it's anybody's. McNeil is there to fight for it. And a heavy defensive play from Ariel Edwards will send Maria Mohammed to the line.
I don't know how that wasn't a turnover. What a job by Watson. Splits three defenders, finds Neal, who then makes the pass down low, sets up free throws for the Bees. Great job.
A chance to make the lead 20. 25-7 is your score. A minute 14 left in this one before we head to halftime. And the first is perfect.
This gym has gotten pretty packed as the game has rolled along. Yeah, it's still just as silent as it was when there was nobody here. Goes to show how shocked everyone is.
And they both fall. 27-7 now is your score with just a couple possessions left in the first half. You know, Hudson Catholic at least wants to be in double digits before this one goes to the break. Gentile out to Collins. Schwint back to Gentile, tries to make some space for herself. Again, pushes in, and that's the second time she's done that today, where she tries to break into the paint and steps out of bounds.
And Gentile trying to argue that she's getting pushed a little bit. Wanted a foul, doesn't get it. Either way, it's always going to be dangerous to do those baseline drives against Bayonne, who's obviously the bigger team.
Yep, haven't seemed to work out too well so far, and Schwinn is right there to force it back to the black jerseys. 44 seconds now left in the second. Schwinn. Collins in the corner. Ariel Edwards was wide open right under the basket, and she will finish that off. 27-9. See if Bayonne tries to hold on to this for the last possession. It won't matter. They can't. Collins off to Schwinn. It's an odd number the other way, and a chance for a three-point play, and finally some momentum going the way of Hudson Catholic.
Definitely the biggest play of the game so far for the Hawks. We'll see if it translates to any momentum going into the half. What you got to do, though, is get a stop. Make sure Bayonne doesn't get another bucket before the clock winds down.
And Schwinn is right there to make the free throw, so it is a three-point play. 9 seconds left in this one. It's Olmo with it. 4 seconds now. Olmo pulls a way too long three. Can't get much with it. And actually, with 1.3 seconds, Hudson Catholic is going to have a chance to put up the full court heave. It's Gentile who lets it go. It's short. And that is what will bring us to the half. Bayonne has come to Jersey City, and they have dominated. 27-12 is your score. And we will be right back after the halftime break. Good afternoon and welcome back to Jersey City, New Jersey, where we are all but set for the second half of the Bayonne Bees and the Hudson Catholic girls varsity game that we've talked about could decide the 1 seed for the Hudson County tournament. But, I mean, it's just been a completely one-sided game so far. Bayonne leads it 27-12. Manny, your thoughts on the first half?
I mean, right now, the 1 seed is all but decided for the Hudson County tournament. Obviously, doesn't mean all that much because either way, they play on a neutral site. They get the bye that they want. The top 4 teams get an extra bye. But still, it means something in that locker room, in each locker room, to come out of here with a win and say, we were the best team in Hudson County in the regular season. That helps you going forward with your confidence in the tournament. We'll see if Hudson is able to respond here in this second half, but they're going to have to start responding very quick.
No doubt about it. Only putting up 12 points in the entire first half is never a good sign. It's not like Bayonne played a great first half either. They had a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of turnovers.
No doubt about it. And Mackenzie Neal, 0 points in the first half. If you would have gone up to us and told us Mackenzie Neal is going to have 0 points in the half and Bayonne is going to be up 15, we would have been like, there's no way.
Yeah. Or if you just told us that Mackenzie Neal scored 0.
That's already shocking.
And some team was up 15, I would have guessed Hudson Catholic.
No doubt.
Watson with it. Bayonne trying to strike first in the second. Collins gets that one passed off her foot.
Two kickballs in one game already, huh?
Not too often.
By the way, Tatiana Watson, I think she had a nosebleed and during halftime because she has something in her nose.
And Susie is back in.
She is. So that's good. No injuries. And this is, I guess, Tatiana Watson's nosebleed game. Is that a thing or is it just flu game we call it?
Could be the nosebleed. She'd be the first. Or we'd be the first to call it that. Susie lets one fly from 3. It's just too heavy. And no score from anybody through the first minute 15 or so. That'll continue. Edwards calls in the rebound off the shot from Davis. That one right into Edwards. Edwards makes some space for herself, but just can't hit the layup. And they're going to call a push, as she just keeps hitting the floor today.
Yep. We know she's not afraid to get physical, and she's great at blocking shots. Doesn't have one yet in this game, but she averages over 1.5 blocks on the season. 2.7 a game for her career. She had a historic year last year when it comes to blocking shots.
And Edwards puts up another one, and again, the rim is not kind. Collins is the one to rip it away. The ball heads out of bounds. It'll stay with the home squad. Lloyd on the inbound finds her sister. And Susie gets all the way in, and it's just the shooting. It just keeps happening.
2 good looks to start off this half, and neither of them fall for Hudson. More of the same.
Absolutely. Watson gives it into the corner. Olmo tries for her 3rd 3 of the game. Can't quite get it. And no black jerseys are able to come up with the rebound. It's going to be a foul called on Tatiana Collins.
If Tatiana Watson is anywhere near you on a loose ball, you pick that ball up. You do not try to dribble and get a little fancy with it because she is so good at reaching in and not fouling you. She gets all ball when she does so. You never want to give her that type of opportunity. She's so quick to pounce on it.
Again, Susie taken out. Mackenzie Neal with it in the paint. She'll pass it right off. And it's an easy 2 points for Giselle Davis.
The Brian commit gets on the board here in this second half.
That's the first bucket at all here in the second half. Took a little bit over 2 minutes to find one. Collins breaks in. It almost puts it over the backboard.
She was looking for a foul there, didn't get the call.
Almost. In the corner, Giselle Davis is way too open, and she's going to be fouled by Lauren Gentile on the shot. Again, that is a shooting foul. She'll head to the line. Two on the way.
Davis right now is the leading scorer in this game with 9 points. Gonna perhaps be the first to crack double digits if she just makes one free throw here.
And that she does. The first is perfect. Bayonne cracks 30 points now as a team as well. Second one up on its way. A little bit heavy. Ariel Edwards is right there to get it in. Schwinn has it off to Collins. Right back to Schwinn. Edwards in, wide open, can't make the layup. Schwinn has it, takes a three, right back, can't find it either. After all that, Giselle Davis gets the rebound, and it's Janiyah Myers who is on the floor.
Yeah, Janiyah took a hard fall there. And now the refs are discussing something. Some back and forth between a referee and one of the coaches.
Having a quick chat with Coach Turner.
Anyways, again, Hudson, good looks. 2 good looks, 1 possession, no shots, no points. Excuse me. I mean, it's just crazy what has happened in this ball game, far from anything that we expected.
I mean, it seems like there's been so many looks, just like that last possession. Literally wide, completely wide open, right under the rim, and they still somehow can't.
And then an open three, and maybe your best shooter going into this game, Carrie Schwinn. We know she can let it fly from beyond the arc, and she has just been, let's call it what it is, terrible from shooting the three so far, which is now we expect. She's obviously a great player.
Can't find it, Tatiana Watson. But Schwinn quick the other way and lets up a long 2 while running.
Yeah, some hesitation there from her.
And there, finally, somebody hits a 3. It's Giselle Davis. And the lead is now 21.
Zero hesitation there from Davis on the catch and shoot. Absolutely drills that one.
Definitely the most confident shot we've seen all day from anybody. And the Hawks not doing too hot offensively to start off this second quarter. Mackenzie Neal comes out. And so does Schwinn on the Hudson Catholic side. Lauren lets up a long 3, can't find it. No threes at all for Hudson Catholic today. Another 3 goes up for Bayonne. That time it's short from Charlize Olmo. And the whistle blows. A little bit of confusion on the call. It's going to be on the floor. Inbound is picked right off. Hudson Catholic moving quick the other way. And Lauren Gentile is fouled on the shot. Doesn't quite fall. But she will make it to the line. That foul charged on Janiyah Myers.
I'll tell you all, although this game has been a blowout, if you just watch what's going on the floor and you only look at the way these teams are playing physically, just so much physicality, you'd think this is a 2-point game in the fourth quarter, which is just props to this Hudson squad, never giving up when it comes to effort and intensity. They just need more shots to fall. I mean, that's been the story all game, and it'll continue to be if they don't get in a rhythm here.
Yep, absolutely nobody has let off the gas. Lauren Gentile sinks both. And 33-14 is your score. 3:40 left in the third. That one turned right over after Tatiana Collins forces one of her own. And Bayonne tries to turn it around for a quick 2 points.
That was a missed opportunity there. And it was an obvious foul. Watson had Collins wrapped up. And if you're Collins, why pass right away? You know, sell the call a little bit. You're obviously getting fouled. You passing right away kind of takes the attention off of what's actually going on with Watson kind of wrapping you up there. So, and there's just little things, lack of attention to detail mostly during this game. We've seen some unforced errors throughout. Another one there.
And another trip to the line for Bayonne. Charlize Olmo will be the one shooting them. Drains the first. Hudson Catholic making some subs. Lauren Gentile comes out in place of Amani Resto. So now both Gentile sisters and Schwinn out of this game. Nunez off to Resto, right back to Nunez. And again, it's stripped away. Tatiana Collins is there to earn it back. Three goes up. Komick can't find it. And Collins is going to get another rebound. That foul is not on the shot. Excuse me, maybe it was. Nope, the ref pointing at the floor, so no shots. Hudson Catholic's going to have to earn it. And that ball almost taken away. Yes, it is.
I did not see Tatiana Watson before that pass came off. She came out of nowhere to wreak some havoc there on that inbound. She is so quick defensively and offensively, showing it there.
Again, Bayonne creating some opportunities, taking a shot guard, and like quite a few black jerseys, can't find it. And another two, just way too hard. Resto on that shot. I'm just going to take her a minute to get back. Odd numbers for Bayonne. They're going to find a pass right in, blocked by Ariel Edwards. And that is the easiest 2 points you are going to see all day. Samara Porch.
Edwards gets a block there, feeling good about herself, and then just doesn't see the Bayonne defender on that pass.
Not at all. And Bayonne's defense has just, I mean, we've talked a little bit about how inefficient Hudson Catholic's offense has been, but Bayonne's defense has been just as good.
No doubt about it. And just got to tip your cap to Coach Turner. The way that his team never, ever, ever gives up on any play, no matter what the score is. Your average team, after getting your shot blocked like that, ball doesn't even go out of bounds. Like Edwards just completely dominated the offensive player there from Bayonne. Your average team just kind of gets back on defense, a little shaken up. No, we're right back. Let's go. Pressure. Get the ball. Force another turnover. And they're just so good at that. They respond to their coach so well. And it's why they have won so many championships, because they carry that same confidence and that same energy that the staff does. It's just great.
Yep, all around excellence over at Bayonne. Hudson Catholic gets the score up to 16. They'll get the ball right back. Still down 21. Schwinn is back in. Another three goes up and still yet to hit one. Collins gets the rebound. It's way too high. And that one is out, heading the way of the white jerseys.
Hudson Catholic has 4 points in this quarter. None of them have come from the field.
Still no buckets. Smart play there from Charlize Olmo. Gets it off the leg of what may have been Schwinn. That inbound right there to Giselle Davis. She thought about a shot. Instead, she'll give it right back out. Another layup attempt, that time from Porch. And here goes Collins. Back the other way. One of the hardest shots Hudson Catholic has taken all day, but it's that one that falls. And their first field goal of the second half with a minute left to go here in the third quarter. And another, what a play. Tatiana Watson and the foul.
Just getting it done, right? Energy kind of increased a little bit on this Hudson side. They got a shot, good defensive possessions, and then Watson just gets around everyone, gets to her spot, floater, and one. Everybody be quiet. What a job.
I mean, that's become a theme of this game. We saw Samara Ports just a minute or so ago do the same thing. It looks like Hudson Catholic, this is going to be their chance to try to build some momentum. And Bayonne just says no. Komick off to Schwinn. Skylar Clark right back to Komick. Schwinn with it, 43 seconds left in the third. Schwinn has it in the corner, tries to work her way in and gets the pass off. It'll be a foul. Kayla Cyrus heads to the line.
Keep playing, Hudson. Don't quit. Keep playing.
The senior readies for her first. That one's good.
Go, KC. Keep playing. Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep playing.
And this one to get Hudson Catholic to the 20-point mark. Not quite. Collins, though, gets the rebound and the pass. Nobody's home.
Foul in the play.
Looks like that one called on Mariam Muhammad. And Collins is going to head to the line.
So Hudson in the bonus now. See what that can mean. I mean, I believe in miracles.
Collins lets the first fly. It's perfect. 40-20 now your score. Just under half a minute left in the third. She goes 2 for 2. Tatiana Collins. And 40-21 is your score from high backcourt pressure. Tatiana Watson able to escape it. And with 17, it looks like Bayonne might try to hold on for the last possession. That one, big three, it's good. The Bayonne bench explodes. Charlize Olmo is on fire from range so far today. And just, wow, I mean, Bayonne dominating on every front. You see the scoreboard right now, 43-21.
That's the game. I mean, that is the game. Almost first a turnover here on the press, and Tatiana Watson literally falls down and keeps her dribble. What? Like, oh my gosh. And then she keeps her dribble, goes down the court, passes it. You see a spin move there, shakes up a defender. You got crowd oohs and ahs. Kick it out to the corner, open shot, drills it, bench goes crazy. Bayonne side goes nuts. That's the game.
That was
right
the
there.
loudest I've seen them all day. The energy could not be better for Bayonne. We talked a little bit about how the gym isn't as packed, but it was just as loud as a sellout for just that moment. Hey, one thing, we're able to sit this time.
Yeah, we are able to sit this time. And pros and cons to that, right? The pros is we're sitting, right? A little bit more comfortable. Con is game isn't as, I guess, close, energetic, pressure filled as it was last time we were here at Hudson Catholic.
Ariel Edwards from the line sinks it. And a quick start to the fourth for Hudson Catholic, something we haven't seen from them opening out quarters at all today. It's Myers with it. It's going to be Gentile that gets called for the foul.
One thing Myers is good at, she's not afraid to take a fall for her team. And maybe Gentile got the ball. Maybe she made some contact with her face. To me, it looked like she did make contact with Myers there. Either way, Myers did a little bit extra, right, to sell the call, get the whistle blown. Just a great job. Bayonne does the little things so well, and they've been doing it for years.
Schwinn forces one, tries to do it all by herself, can't quite find the layup, but she will go right to the line. 2 foul shots on the way for her.
Hey, stop.
Up goes number one, just a little bit heavy off the back of the rim.
And now you're seeing Hudson Catholic crack a little bit when it comes to the emotional side. In the game when they were down early, although they were down big back then, they weren't really showing it, right? Good body language throughout, and sometimes it just gets to a point where you can't take it anymore. Down 20, getting dominated this much, obviously this game means a lot to them, and we're seeing it right now.
Charlize puts up another three. That time it won't go. Schwinn is fast, heading the other way. Ariel Edwards gets a rebound and puts it back to 2. 43-26 is your score. 7 minutes on the dot left in this one. In goes Tatiana Watson, passes it out. Another three for Charlize. That time a little bit out of her range. And it's Schwinn who takes it down again. Long two, mid-range, it's strong. And no black jerseys there to even fight for the rebound. 17-point deficit for the Hawks. As Watson is just dribbling, gives it off to Olmo. Porch with it. Watson. Off, Porch. Wide open three, off to her right. Pressing up high. No one in the way. It's an easy 2 points for Skylar Clark. And trying to force another one right there. She was on the inbound, couldn't find much. Davis now with it. And she's going to get called for the travel. So ball going back Hudson Catholic's way. It's the quickest it's been and closest it's been in quite a minute. A 15-point deficit now for the Hawks.
This is do or die. Down 15, 5.5 minutes left. If you're going to have any chance of making this at least interesting down the stretch, you got to continue this run right here if you're the Hawks.
Absolutely. It's Collins who gets in. It's Collins who drains it. And now Hudson Catholic finding a little bit of a lifeline here. Just over 5 minutes to go now. 43-30. Olmo with it. Mackenzie Neal turn around, drains it.
I mean, it was going to happen eventually, right? You just expect Mackenzie Neal to get it going offensively for Bayonne.
Edwards, long two, won't go. And that little bit there was really the first scoring run we've seen all day for Hudson Catholic. That pass goes amiss. It's anybody's bodies hit the floor. And Hudson Catholic and Coach Hernandez are going to be able to call a timeout, so they'll keep the ball going their way after we head out from this one.
All right, 15-point game. We said it, do or die. You got to keep this run going. And the minute passed, you're kind of back to where they were when I originally said that. They were down 15. They're back down 15. And we'll see right now. You don't have Susie Gentile, but I know this Hudson Catholic squad is not going to make any excuses during this game, after this game. We'll see, I guess, what they're made of for now. Either way, you can't write this team off going into the playoffs. First matchup, Collins was out. This matchup, Susie Gentile, for the most part, might be their best player. She's been out. They're not going to make those excuses, but it's not necessarily an excuse, but we'll make that comment for them. And it is definitely part of the analysis going forward.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems to more so be an off day than anything. I mean, they're playing a great team, a great defensive team, but a lot of it has been their mistakes, and those mistakes have been fixable. We've seen them play great games. We've seen them have phenomenal shooting at times. So, sometimes it's just a bad day, and they're certainly having right now against Bayonne.
No doubt. We saw this Hudson team go to Union City on the road, and back then, not everyone, right, was crowning them as the top threat to Bayonne. It was UC Bayonne, and that was what we were thinking because of the respect that Union City has garnered throughout. They're still a great team. They almost beat Bayonne at Bayonne last week. They only lost by 5 points, and that Hudson team went into Union City's building and beat them by 19 points. So we know the talent that the Hawks have. Again, you said it, off day today.
For sure. Long three goes up there and still yet to hit one all day. That one should stay with Hudson Catholic. Yes, it will. Last touched by Giselle Davis. It'll be Amani Resto on the inbound. Fine Edwards. She pushes in, guarded by Neal. Turnaround shot. That one is tipped. And Hudson Catholic fighting for it. Can't come up with much.
Maybe the only person in Hudson County that can make Ariel Edwards look like that. Mackenzie Neal, great defensive job.
Tries to get it done offensively as well. Instead, passes it off to Davis. Moving shot won't go. Giselle Davis grabs her own. Neal dumps it off to Watson. Can't find much. And finally, the rebounds result in a really good chance for some points. Whistle blows. And there will be Giselle Davis shooting. Chance to get this lead back up to 17 here. 45-30 now is your score. 3:42 left in this one. And the first is perfect. That one goes as well. She makes both. And the away squad from Bayonne is up 17. Schwint trying to go all the way in. That one is blocked. No foul, but it'll stay with Hudson Catholic. Inbound from Resto, finds Collins. Collins trying to force her way all the way in. The chance for 3 points. One of the more physical plays we've seen from Hudson Catholic's offense all day long. And a chance for a third, a chance to make this game 14 points. Second one, not quite. No one there but Neal. That one into Neal. Davis, right back. And Neal dances around the rim and rolls right out. In goes Collins again, guarded by Neal. That one's swatted, but a foul. She'll head to the line.
They didn't even call the foul on the block attempt. It didn't look like that from here. Apparently, Neal pushed Collins a little bit before she went, or as she was going on her way up. But again, I mean, I wouldn't want to go downhill and try to make a layup over Mackenzie. I think I would get swatted. So
I think you both would.
yeah.
First, she's got one more. 33-47. Now your score. Second one is a bit strong again. Who else but Mackenzie Neal is there to haul it in? Under 3 minutes left. And this one, 250 to be exact. Takes the screen from Neal. All the way in. Can't find it. Neal is there for the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball. Resto, a great job hanging in with her, holding on to that one. That one tipped. Does it stay in bounds? Yes, it does. Shania Myers keeps it, passes it off. Three is not good from Davis. And Neal is there. That one heads out of bounds. It'll stay with the white jerseys.
This is the inbound play that Bayonne has been running for years, and they're so good at it. We saw Myers get a solid look last time. Let's see what they can do here now. But it played a pivotal role in the county championship. They ran this a lot against Union City.
Not too many options there. It's tipped by Collins right over to Mackenzie Neal. Porch passes it off. Watson with it now. Guarded by Collins. Myers with it. Myers pushes in right off to Neal, who gets there. That one out of bounds. And again, it's going to stay with Bayonne.
Who knows what the score would be if Mackenzie Neal just played up to her standards, right? She would have just had a normal game for herself because she's been off. Yet Bayonne up 14 points.
And Neal has it. Again, Davis turns around, puts up a quick shot. Rejected by the rim. There's Schwitt. Gets it right in. That one is stripped by Porch. And Bayonne has it headed back the other way.
Domination in every facet of the game. You just can't get more dominant. Only a 14-point game right now, so maybe the scoreboard may not be doing it enough justice. Just the way that Bayonne has completely dominated in all phases for 4 quarters. So impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the first game between these two teams. That one also 14 points, but this one, I mean, I don't think we saw great quality of basketball from either of these two teams. Bayonne certainly could have played better offensively, and if they did, we'd be looking at, you know, a very different score. I mean, 20, 30 points instead of the 14 that we were currently seeing. Bayonne up 23 at one point in this one.
It's not even, you don't even have to go to the offensive effort of the team as a whole. Just Mackenzie Neal. If she would have had a normal game for her, scoring the ball, then this game would be exactly how you said, maybe 20, 30-point game. It's just shocking the way that this has gone down here in Jersey City. Neal has 2 points today, and she averages 11 a night. I mean, just add 9 to the score, it'd be a 23-point game right now.
But, I mean, again, the three-point shooting, another theme for Hudson Catholic. Again, I don't think they've made one at all so far today. and they've taken quite a few. Under a minute 30 now in this one. Nice move from Porch, makes some space for herself. And it's who but Giselle Davis to finish that one off.
Nice weak side cut there. Fundamental basketball. Great ball movement. B's got another bucket.
Schwinn trying to make some space for herself. And a charge taken that time by Porch, who has been on fire in this second half, doing everything.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Porch gives it off. Watson with it. Under a minute now before we wrap this one up. And the whistle blows, 47 on the clock.
By the way, for those who don't know, Samara Porch, just a freshman. I mean, we see how advanced she is as a player, and it's like Bayonne just doesn't have enough. They just don't get enough freshmen that are varsity ready right away and that are going to win championships for 4 years. It's just crazy.
It really is the program that they've developed. The championships they've won. The whistle blows again. It looks like that time it's going to be called on Janaea Myers. No, she thought it was.
By the way, Eric Porch is here, so I'm going to assume that Samara Porch is his sister, right?
Yep.
I don't think I would be too far off. So again, I mean, talent runs in the family.
You could say. Just over half a minute now. Hudson Catholic try to add on some final points before this one closes out. Collins puts up a shot. Can't find anything with it. And that might do it. We'll see if Bayonne, just decides to dribble this one out. And it looks like they will. The final seconds of this one, and Bayonne is headed back victorious. A three goes up at the last second from Janaea Myers. Not quite. 49-33 is your final score here in Jersey City, here at the home of Hudson Catholic. The Hawks only able to put up 33. And just what a game.
Yeah, not what we expected at all. And this will definitely go down as the most gut-wrenching loss for Hudson Catholic. They had a bad loss against St. Mary's of New York. They lost by 28 points. That's a great team, and I know that doesn't hurt as much as this one against a rival. Highly anticipated game. There's a reason we chose this game as the game of the week. Everyone knew, right, what was at stake. Not necessarily a lot when it comes to what's literally at stake, which is just the 1 seed in the county tournament. We mentioned how there's not much of a difference between the 1 and the 2 seed in the tournament, but there's a lot at stake internally, right? It's been a while since Hudson Catholic has been able to pull off a win against Bayonne, and that would have been just a huge confidence booster. Going into the tournament, it would have definitely boosted the team morale, but now you got to see what Hudson Catholic is made of. How are they going to respond, and how are they going to be able to wipe this off of their slate and rewrite a new story? If they win in the tournament, we forget about this game.
Absolutely. I mean, you said it, Manny. And that is going to do it for us this week, our coverage of the HCST Athletics Game of the Week. We thank you so much for tuning in. I am Caden Drummeller by my side. Manny Pereira, have a great rest of your weekend.